This is going to sound like so much hate, and I swear it's not. Welcome back to a solemn Warner Brothas Podcast. Quick update. Halftime of the NBA Finals, Game 7. Kyle Warner here, by the way, with Brandon Petty. Tyrese Halliburton tears his Achilles very early on in the game. I don't have the exact timestamp, but I think within the first 5 minutes of game time, before the 6-minute mark even. Weirdly enough, or spectacularly enough, or depressingly enough, if you're for the Thunder are down one here, 47-48. Pacers somehow have a 1-point lead. I don't want to say somehow like I'm discounting them, but Brandon, what are your thoughts? Just give me a quick reaction because we really only have about 5 minutes here. What are your thoughts?
Quick reaction. Unfortunate for Halliburton. As soon as you saw the instant replay with that calf pop, that's a given that it's an Achilles. I'm impressed with Indiana's resiliency. Pascal, after that, is in the huddle trying to get everybody, up, like, let's go. Like I said before we got on here, like, OKC needs to step up. Like, you got no excuses. Like, you shouldn't be, I hate to say it, but you shouldn't be down one right now at halftime. Like, you really shouldn't. They're getting outplayed. They're having difficulty with threes. OKC, if they want to win, they got to get it going. Because if not, Indiana is just going to be a back and forth game. And I think right now that's what Indiana wants.
Yeah, man, we talked about it last night. Like, you just never know with these Game 7s. Little did we know it would get this crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we also talked about the risk of re-injury for Halliburton. I mean, we've seen it with KD. I actually just learned from these Twitter doctors. Apparently, both Aaron Rodgers and Kobe, when they tore their Achilles, were both dealing with calf strains, which if I didn't realize it, I definitely didn't remember it. That was not familiar to me. So exactly what you said, though, man, the resiliency. We've seen so many teams just, have the deflation come under them and, they can't recover. And I know when KD went down, Golden State won that game, and that was actually one of their better games of the dynasty. But guess what? You had Draymond and Clay and Steph still there. This is just Siakam and the rest of the guys. You know what I mean? No discount to them, but I mean, Siakam's the All-NBA player, the All-Star player here, aside from Halliburton, and they kept their focus, they kept their energy, and hey, they're up one. And I like the way SGA's playing. I like the way Caruso's playing on the Thunder side. Hartenstein, who you called out last night to have a good game, like the way he's playing. Jalen's at least aggressive. But what do you want to see more of out of OKC for them to capitalize in the second half?
Honestly, Jalen Williams needs to step it the fuck up. I think Shea's got 16 points right now. Jalen cannot have 14, 15 on inefficient shooting. They got to get into a two-man game. That's what I want to see. Two-man game, get your shooters open. Get Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, get all those guys open looks. When they get open looks, they're probably going to sink them. Play two-man game. They go to it and then they go away from it. I don't understand because it always works. It's probably one of the best two-man game in basketball. That's what I want to see. I want to see Jalen Williams get going too.
Quick prediction, second half. What happens? How's this game end?
I'm going to stick with my guns on this. With OKC, I think it's going to be back and forth, kind of like a slugfest, and I think OKC pulls away late. At this rate, I don't even know if both teams crack 100 with like the rate that it's going. Like,
honestly,
I'll give you 103-100 OKC. Like, I have a hard time seeing it like staying in the 90s. Like, and then again, I don't know. It could be 98-96. I don't know.
I'm going to stick with the Pacers. Low scoring as well. I'll keep it. I think I had it 100-99 last night. Honestly, I mean, this is what I will say about Halliburton before he went down. Got those 9 points off threes. That gave him a burst of energy. It was already a 50-50 game. They just kept up the energy, as your bench is supposed to do. But Benedict Matherin's picking it up. McConnell's doing McConnell things.
Hard with the big three.
Yeah.
That big three to
them hard. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're big three of role players. That's a great way of putting it. Because honestly, I mean, if you get 3 big games out of them with Halliburton, you're likely to win. Without Halliburton, you're likely to be in the game. So we'll say that keeps up. We'll say the Pacers win. I mean, they just don't look scared, which of course they wouldn't be. But to lose your first or second best player in a devastating way and to still just be able to like not blink That's championship mentality right there. And,
that's dangerous too. That's dangerous.
It is. Blind
that's dangerous to be
confidence.
playing against.
100%. 100%. I feel like I had one more question to ask you, but I mean, time's running out here anyway. Second half's going to be starting here in about 4 minutes. They at the commercial break. What are they doing right now? They at halftime show still?
No, they're still a halftime show. Yeah.
Okay, so we might have like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we might have about 5 minutes or so.
Oh, KD. We can talk KD. Yeah, that's the other NBA story. I mean, obviously, we found out the Heat could have got him.
Yeah.
Shocking. I mean, not so shocking. We talked about it last night. We said by tomorrow, by Monday, he'll be traded. I did not think it would be on Finals Game 7 day.
Yeah.
So I guess I know your initial thoughts, but how do you think it's going to look like for both teams in the future?
Honestly, I love it for Houston. Houston needed,
Likewise.
I mean, they had a good offense, but like they needed like an offensive identity, like a good ISO go-to scorer. And I think they got that. In terms of like, I think they gave up a little bit too much for him. Like, I think Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, it was number 10 overall, which is kind of crazy. And then 5 twos. Like, I think that pushes Houston to 2. Like, I mean, they already were number 2, but I think it probably puts them closer to 60 wins. For the Suns now, it's an interesting dynamic because now you got Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Jalen Green. That's a horrible defense right there. And 3 ball dominant guards. I'm interested to see how that works out. Maybe they buy. I know there was talks that they buy out Bradley Beal. Yeah, I mean, I saw the trade package and I was like, damn, like that's a lot. And then I saw who Miami refused to give up, and then I was like, all right, Pat Riley
doesn't make a lot of sense. Doesn't make a lot of sense on Miami's side. Quickly on the Sun side of things, they just seem to not have any idea what they're doing since this new ownership is taken over.
Honestly,
I feel bad for Devin Booker, truly, because I think that's a play-in team waiting to happen. Bradley Beal, trading for Bradley Beal when he has a no trade clause on top of a superstar level contract when you're not getting superstar level production. It's just a bad combo of things. So, I mean, I don't expect good things out of Phoenix next year. And for Houston, I love the trade for them. They're defensive focused. They've got one of the 5 best offensive players in the league, whatever way you want to slice it, in KD, who we don't want to jinx it, especially after tonight, has been relatively healthy last few years. Not an elite level of health, but I mean, he's been able to at least play into the playoffs when they make it. So I love it for them. I really do. With their young guys, with their toughness, with Ime Udoka, he just got an extension. Yeah, man, they're ready to compete.
Thompson. Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
They kept Jabari and Tari Eason, so like that was a huge win for them.
Deep.
I love it. Like I said, I just think it was a little too much, but I do love it for Houston.
I agree with you. I think I was surprised they included Dylan Brooks, honestly. We didn't hear that as far as trade talks. So, but hey, second half's about to start. Maybe we'll see you post game, maybe not. We'll see what happens. Peace, y'all. Thanks for joining us.